you and your team, you help businesses get set up on Shopify and integrate with their POS. Is there anything, what do you find that, what are those first three concerns that retailers have of whether they should or shouldn't, and where you guys are helping them?
The three biggest objections to it, cost.
Okay.
It's always cost. Right now, most retailers that don't have a fully integrated system are doing twice as much work as they need to. They're double entering sales, and those that aren't entering the sales in their point of sale system are losing control of their business, which kind of speaks to, this week's tip of the week, for retailers, in managing their inventory better and cycle counting inventory, controlling and measuring and responding to your business comes from having a good grasp on your greatest asset and your biggest liability, which is your inventory. And, the obstacle that we're faced with today is ensuring that we get the right product out there online. And if we rely heavily on just the POS system, it contains undoubtedly products that either, are on my floor and not on my system, or are in my system and not on my floor. And that comes from people not effectively managing their inventory. Never mind managing, measuring, controlling, counting. I talk about cycle counting with retailers every day. You need to cycle count inventory. You need to spot check. We need to make sure that our asset is protected. We know exactly where it is. And when we sell something online and can't fulfill that order, that is a lost customer. They made the decision to buy something from you and now you can't fulfill it. It's because you're showing something online that you actually don't have anymore.
Yeah.
And it speaks to that requirement to have an integrated solution. As cumbersome as it might seem to get started. And that's a painful process. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Every POS switch, every integration, every iteration of it is painful, and you got to get over it.
Right. Yeah. It's when they talk about the cost, is it true cost, Dan, or is it I choose not to count those costs, like my time is free, which it never is, and you said you end up wasting a lot of time in places. What can you share that, like, look, you can't ignore this part of it because they're really, the opportunity cost is significantly more.
Right, and I think that we don't have that same objection today as we did 6 months ago. Those that did bite the bullet, that did go and move forward, that said, I can't not afford to do this.
Right.
I have to figure this out. I have to look at this like the cost is equal to that person, that I'm not paying to be in my store right now. It is just a cost of sale, and we have to get over it. And listen, every point of sale provider is standing out there looking to help, me included.
Right.
I've said this over and over and over again. I feel like maybe we coined the phrase, here we are with our hand up, not out. You need to get this done. And if you need help getting it done, just pick up the phone and call. Don't run the other way. Don't run away from your POS partner. Pull them closer. Talk to me. Ask me, how do I accomplish this? I don't have a bank balance today. How do I accomplish this? Well, let's get creative and figure it out together.
Yep.
But you got to pick up the phone and call your provider, and they're your partners.